What is shaking? It's always good to be in the backyard. Got Lou back here, just chilling. My good friend Drew Remenda. And before we get to Drew, I want to let everybody know that our show today is sponsored by Fieldwork, the official non-alcoholic craft beer of your San Jose Sharks. And speaking of the Sharks and beer, Tyler Toffoli is in on the act. He's a team with Fieldwork as well. You see, he's got a sweet Fieldwork. Where's my sweet Fieldwork T-shirt, Barry? I gotta get one of those things. Got the Sharks colors, got the Fieldwork logo. But anyway,
Nice.
If Tyler scores, if he's on the sheet, they should include fighting too. They should include penalty minutes. But I think it's just assists and goals. But if he gets either or, the very next day, you can go into Fieldwork and get 50% off your first beer or non-alcoholic beverage. So there you go. It's a good way to root for the Sharks, good way to root for Tyler Toffoli, and a good way to root for beer. Fieldwork, the official non-alcoholic beer of your San Jose Sharks. Drew Remenda, the color analyst of the San Jose Sharks. What's going on, Drew?
How are you, Tommy? Good to see you.
I'm doing good. And for those that don't know, we're going to do this a couple times a month throughout the course of the year. Just kind of keep tabs on what's going on with the Sharks and the National Hockey League at large. I would say this about, I want to start with the good first with the Sharks. They've been exciting. It's been, the only teams where they got beat pretty good were against some of the better teams in the league. Like they were just outmatched in those games. Yeah. Carolina was one, Devils, another one where they're the better team, but they can score. They got some juice to them offensively. The top three scorers for the Sharks in points, all young guys, Eklund, Celebrini, and Smith. And let's start with Macklin Celebrini, 16 points, fourth in the league in scoring. I mean, the Sharks, I'm sure would have loved to have a better road trip to beat the Rangers in OT, but boy, what a road trip from Macklin. And he's had a hell of a start to the season anyway.
And remember, last year, Macklin missed all of October except for one game. Yep. He is, Tommy, I don't know how to explain it. I know that you know Rick, but the mind, and we talked about last time we talked, his mind is truly the driver of his body. He is so focused and so driven and so eager to win. The passion in his game is undeniable when you watch him. Last night against the Los Angeles Kings, like the previous nights that we've been watching, he was the best player on the ice by far. The fact that he's not extremely big as compared to a lot of the other players in the National Hockey League, and he still protects the puck and goes into scrums and comes out with the puck and sets guys up. And that no-look Magic Johnson type pass to Smith again.
That thing was incredible.
Beautiful.
Incredible.
Just incredible what he does. And his energy that he just radiates is infectious. Alex Wenberg said it today. He's the best player on the team. He's leading us. He's one of the best players in the National Hockey League in his second season, or first month of his second season. There's the skill level is evident. The passion is evident. Everything he shows you is real. And the great thing about this kid is, and I think I told you last time, if you ever want to get Macklin to stop talking to you, ask him about himself.
Yeah.
And he will shut down immediately. He'll say, it's not about me, it's about the team. He always deflects to the team. This kid is beyond special. He has been great to be around, but the great thing about him is he's still just 19 years old.
I know.
He acts like a 19-year-old sometimes, but he's friendly and nice and wonderful and terrific to talk to. And he's downright silly sometimes when he and Smith get together, but on the ice, it's business, baby.
It's funny that you mentioned him shutting down when you asked him to talk about himself, because a couple nights ago, Shohei Ohtani with one of the great performances of all time, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, on base 9 times.
Mm-hmm.
They asked him about it at the end of the game. And he just said, I'm just happy we won. I tried to do whatever I can for the team. And I just, we're trying to get a couple more victories here to win the World Series. And it's interesting that so many great players have that quality. And it's so endearing to teammates that a person that has that type of skill isn't concerned because they can do. I mean, look, Macklin Celebrini is going to score. He's going to be a guy in this league for a long time, whether the team comes along for the ride or not. But that's how they're wired. It's just like what do I do and how does it impact winning? And I guarantee you, if you ask Macklin about it, ask him about his start to the season, he'd probably say, "We got to win more. We're not winning enough games. We got to figure out a way to win." And that's probably what drives those type of players. Is that okay? I'm doing my thing. How do I impact? How does that translate to wins? And I mean, to have a guy like that on your squad, that young, and that's how he's wired. I mean, that's just a great thing.
There's a former coach that I worked with that told one of his players, "Do you want to win your trophy in a nice suit or tuxedo, walking up on stage and accepting it, or do you want to win it on the ice, sweaty, hurting, exhausted, but jubilant? Which way do you want to win your trophy?" And Macklin, without a doubt, is the latter.
No doubt about it. Talk about the connection him and Smith have. Because when he made that pass last night, once again, incredible pass. If you haven't seen it, go look. I'm sure it's on YouTube. It's somewhere you can find the highlights. So it's just like one of those. Let me rewind to make sure I get this, and but you could I'm having like flash forwards now of like a team that's competing for something 3 or 4 years from now, and these guys are like in the middle of it. And I forget who the announcing crew was last night, but they mentioned now we got a little ways before we get to that Sidney Crosby and getting Malkin territory. We got a few years before we get it. But exactly. But they were talking about, it's going to be one of those situations where you split these guys up, different lines. Do you keep them together? Like, how is that going to work? And I was like, well, like I said, we got a few, but it's nice to envision that these guys kind of have that connection.
100%. And it's been a friendship since they both walked into or came to San Jose. And maybe they knew each other playing against each other. Smitty was from Boston College and Macklin from Boston University. So there was that rivalry there. They had played against each other. Colin Graff played against them both too at his college. I think it was Quinnipiac. And anyway, he was asked about what was it like playing against those guys, and he said, "Annoying." They were so good. But I think I told you last time they had this. So the team plays that soccer game, in the air, and it's a big thing before warm-ups. That's how they just kind of loosen up and get a thing going. Every team does it. Well, Macklin and Will go do it on their own. Okay, and they play it over near our office. I think I told you, and then they'll rattle it off the office door, and I'll come out after like 5 times and go, "Really?" And they'll go, "What? What do we?" They're just silly now. Now it's football. Now they're
throwing the football around.
They're running like little patterns and catching it.
Little routes.
Yeah, little routes. I tried to cover Smitty one day. I got burned. It wasn't very. I was in my suit. I don't think that really mattered.
I wish there was video of that.
No, my defensive back days at Newtown Collegiate.
You got to tuck him, Drew. Come on.
I didn't. I should have put him right off the bat.
Yeah, use that old. Yeah. Well, you don't want to hurt one of their better players. So I would just be in trail coverage. Just don't touch him, and just hopefully you can deflect it somewhere.
So he runs the pattern, beats me badly. Matt puts it on the money, and Smitty turns to me and goes, "Can't teach that. Can't teach that." I mean, they're so funny. They're great kids. They're like lovely, lovely kids. They're good people. Yeah. And their relationship on the ice, certainly, or off the ice, certainly is the reason they've got that relationship and that chemistry on the ice. They sit beside each other in the dressing room. They sit beside each other on the plane, on the bus. They are always together. There was that thing in New York with some woman. I don't, me in social media, but apparently she just interviews strangers. So she's walking down the street and she's got a ton of followers. She's walking down the street and Will and Macklin are at a cafe just having a whatever. And you've got these two young, really good looking young men, and she stops and talks to them and just interviews them out of the blue. And you see the relationship, and they're very nice to her, and it's really sweet. But their relationship off the ice on the ice is because of the relationship off the ice, the way they work together so well, they know each other so well, and they are literally, and I say it all the time, and people think it's cliche, but they're the first guys out on the ice every practice, working together, working on their shots. So they know where each other's going to be. They grew up in the same, area of hockey when their last 30 years in college. So that relationship, that chemistry is undeniable. And, everybody knows my coaching record. I just spout it all the time, but I don't think it's a hard decision when they talk about, should you keep them or split them up?
Yeah.
You keep them.
Yeah.
You keep them together.
It's interesting because we spent a lot of time talking about those two. I almost feel like we forget about Eklund. He seems like the old guy of that trio, right? It's like, he's a super vet, right? I mean, he's super vet. He's really not. He's having another nice, good year. And again, we talked about this last time you're out. You can kind of see the core coming together. It's going to take a little while. It's not perfect yet, but offensively, you can see some things happening. And Eklund's he had a good year last year, off to another solid start this year.
It's one of the most confident guys I've ever seen. And it's not a cocky arrogance. It's just confidence. And he has a 100% understanding of what he needs to do, how he needs to play in order to be successful. A lot of guys don't. A lot of guys go out there and I'm just going to go. Or some guys they're hesitant. They don't know what they're supposed to do. But William plays the same way all the time, because he understands that getting to the puck, protecting the puck. He's, again, not a very big guy. He's about, he'll get mad if I say the same size as me, so he's a little bit bigger than me. Anyway, he gets inside. He plays off a guy's hip pockets. He gets his nose over the puck. He is incredible at being able to expand the zone. If I'm playing defense, if I'm trying to teach my team to play defense, what I want to do is I want to put you in jail in the small ice in the corner. That's what I want to do. When that puck gets in there, I'm going to bring guys over. I'm going to pressure right away. I'm going to get to the body. I'm going to outnumber you. I'm going to put you in jail on the small ice. Well, he doesn't allow that. He gets his feet moving. He protects the puck. He gets behind the net, creates like he did last night. The goal, it was Kurashev's goal. Great pass by Wenberg on that, by the way.
Yeah, there was.
On that play, Klingberg comes in deep. Great support by William Eklund. And then William circles back out high this time, makes a great move, gets it down to Alex, and Alex gets it across to Kurashev. But he does these things on the ice with the puck and without the puck that help expand the offensive zone, and he's able to use that space to create some pretty nice plays.
Misa gets his first goal on the road trip.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. Explain to people, and by people I mean me, that apparently, it's not a straight minor league system. Maybe it is, but you get 8 games you can come up and play, and you don't have to play them consecutively, I guess. And that's it, and then that'll count for a full. Explain that 9. To me in 9. Okay. Yeah. Do you think that will be the case with him? Do you think he'll play more? And kind of what have you seen from him in the time he's been on the ice?
I don't think Michael Misa and Sam Dickinson are going to be packing their bags.
Okay.
I think they're here. It's a 9-game. At 9 games, then you can move them back to their junior teams. But when you look at the way they've played and you look what the Sharks are trying to do, and some of the injuries you have already, I think they're staying. Which, you know what? That's fine. Learn him. And they don't look out of place. They really don't.
Okay.
Michael, what I've seen with Michael is he's got great offensive zone instincts. First of all, quiet as a church mouse.
Is he really?
Hey, Michael, how you doing? Good, thank you. Thank you. I said, your thing's like he's in a stall in the corner. I said, how you doing over here? He goes, I like it. It's just my own little area. It's nice. It's perfect. You got this old guy keep coming up and talking to you and trying to get something out of you. You'll probably shut down too. So when you look at it, he's a real, again, another nice kid. Okay, I'm going to tell you a quick story because now how many times have I said he's a nice kid? Like we talked 3 times. It's like four times I've said it at least.
Yeah, they can't all be nice, Drew.
Well, former coach again that I worked around. I was the broadcaster. He was the coach of the Sharks. He asked me about players. We get in these conversations, and he'd ask me about players, and I would start off every critique or every opinion about a player with, well, he's a really nice guy. I really like him. And so after about the 10th guy I said that about, this coach says to me, they're all nice guys. All right? I got it. I understand. They're all nice guys. Okay? What do you think about the player? But I don't know. It's a crutch or a reflex. But you're right. They all can't be nice guys.
Really
nice guys. They weren't nice guys. But they probably lost my phone number for a reason too, though. But, Michael got great offensive instincts. 134 points in junior, which is incredible. He is starting to be more assertive when he has the puck. He's not looking to right away pass it. He's going to carry it. He is got to learn the tough part of the game, which is away from the puck, playing with pace away from the puck. Everybody, when they've got the puck, they want to go.
Yeah.
You don't have the puck, you come back now. You want to. If you look at the league now, the key to success in the National Hockey League is checking, tracking back, closing off, shrinking the zones, especially the neutral zone, and getting back and helping out. The pace away from the play is where Michael's going to learn, and he will. He's an incredible hockey player, so he'll learn that. But I think he's on a third line right now. He will eventually be a second line center behind Macklin because he's got that offensive instincts. But I like how the Sharks are working with him. One thing about Mike Greer and his staff and Ryan Warsofsky and that staff, how good they've worked together, is how they've not just done this. There you go. Good luck. They haven't just thrown the guys in the deep end and said, paddle, kick your feet. They have worked guys into a situation where they're trying to get them comfortable. And sometimes like Will Smith last year. They slow walked Will Smith last year. They tried to slow walk Macklin, but it didn't work.
Wasn't going to happen.
No. But they slow walked Will. And then after Will became a regular everyday guy, he was third on the team in scoring. So it's their ideas that they have a plan about working these young guys in so they don't get eaten alive on a team that isn't winning a lot of games, and that can wear on you, man. As you know as well as I do, as a player, when you're losing all the time, it can wear on you. So I
played for the Clippers, Drew. I know exactly what that feels like.
Here you go, right?
I know exactly what that feels like.
It's hard. So for a young guy in the NHL, they're not going to let him get his rear end handed to him every single game. They're gonna make sure they protect him.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to the not so good. If I called the defense, the blue line, the goaltending a sieve, the word sieve would sue me for slander. It would be it would be at my door within 2 minutes and handing me papers. Look, this was a problem last year. Right now, I think they're last in the league in goals against per game. Their two goaltenders didn't even qualify for being in the top 25 in save percentage. I think Askarof's 84 and Nedeljkovic is like 87, something like that. What are you seeing with the blue line? Because obviously, look, I'm not saying this is going to be a shutdown D. You can't give up 4.6 points or goals a game and expect to win a lot of hockey games. They've scored. I mean, the Sharks have, aside from the games where they've been a little outmatched against some of the better competition, they've scored. You know, they scored 6 against the Ducks. They had 6 against the Rangers. There's another game they had 6. goals or 5 goals. So, I mean, they've scored, but it's been a real issue. Is it been the blue liners? Has it been the goaltending? I'm pretty sure it's a combination of both. But what have you seen in that area that needs to improve?
Well, a lot. Elliot Friedman, the ultimate NHL insider, works for Sportsnet in Canada, Hockey Night in Canada. He said the saying going around the National Hockey League right now by other teams is, "Please God, don't let the San Jose Sharks learn how to defend." And the big thing is, we'll start with goaltenders.
Okay.
Now we saw the first game with Alex Nedeljkovic played fantastic against the Vegas Golden Knights until 2 mistakes, but those are colossal mistakes.
Yeah.
And then against Anaheim, they were as loose as could be. There was no structure, and the entire team was loose. But there were 2 goals that, for sure, even though the Sharks had the lead 3 times in that game, there was 2 goals that went through Yaroslav Askarov. And then you can keep it. There was 1 goal against Carolina, but Carolina just was kicking the Sharks' butt anyway. They were just a much better team. There was 1 goal against Utah. There's been goals in every game where you go, ugh. Now, last night, I thought there were 2 goals that last night against the Kings, which when we're recording this, is that I thought there were 2 goals that Yarrow should have had. But there is a lot to do with the guys playing in front. Now, I've looked at the defense this year, and they are improved from last year. And playing defense isn't just about the 2 guys on the point and the 1 guy in net. It's got to be everybody coming back.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's soft puck plays in the neutral zone that kick out the other area, that kick out the transition game for the other team. Sometimes it's too loose a coverage and not being hard and dominant in front of your own net, the middle of the ice. And at Corey Perry's goal, Corey Perry just goes right to the crease, and that's, the guy's made a living doing that.
Yeah.
Right, but you've got to be able to get your head on a swivel and find the guys who are going to be the dangerous guys. But overall, defending, they have to improve on from a 5-man unit. It goes from the coach to the players, and that's it. And the players have got to embrace being more aggressive as soon as before that play even enters the zone. If all of your guys on your forward position, as soon as you lose the puck, you start checking, you start tracking back, and you come back and you've got 3 guys coming back, the defense can look up, read through the rush, and stand up like they did in New Jersey in that first period. Really good.
Yeah, it
and
was.
Shut down anything and force the dump ins, then boom, exit the zone. And you got to have that, number 1. Number 2, you've got to make sure that when the puck gets in the zone, you are, as we talked about, closing time and space like that. One thing that drives me crazy is not just the Sharks, it's everybody in the National Hockey League. When the puck goes low-high, goes down in the corner, back out to the point. And my job as the forward, the winger there, I'm supposed to go out to that defenseman. How they go out and they're playing goal. Don't go out and play goal. Go at the man. And now I talked to the coaches about that, and they said, yeah, but you can't go over aggressive because then they just give you a little shimmy shake and they go. I said, yeah, but you go under control. And then one of the coaches said, you've been watching, right? You've been at practice. You've seen what we're trying to do. I said, I know. I'm just wondering, where that comes from. You know how coaches are. We love being questioned about.
Oh, big fans of that.
They're big fans of very, very open
fans.
dialogue.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So Doug Huda, who's an assistant coach, played 20 years in the league, shut me down pretty quick on that one. But they're trying. I think that's just, again, a young group, but also a group that is, trying to survive in the NHL as being a little bit hesitant. They don't want to make a mistake. But boy, I would rather have stakes of commission than omission.
Yeah.
I think they've got to get more aggressive at getting after the puck carrier, being better in front of their net, letting Askarov and Nedeljkovic see it. But also, let's be honest, the goaltenders have got to make the stops. On the stoppable pucks, they've got to make the stops. And the goaltenders, period, they get shielded. Oh, because he's playing goal. It's a hard position.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you signed up for, Ben.
Yeah.
If your goaltender's not making the stops, he deserves to be criticized.
Yeah.
But criticized under the context that you asked is not just about the goalie. So everybody's just overall just got to be better defending. As you said, you look at the goals against and just giving up too many. You can't win that way.
Yeah. Well, to me, and this is, I mean, I could be way off on this. I don't think I am, but I could be. Because you see so many goals, right? You're like, oh, he had no chance at that. He had no chance. And then sometimes the shot will be the same shot and he'll get a stop. For me, it's all about your early positioning. Like goals happen before the shot or they happen before the shot, and stopping pucks happen for it's positioning. I mean, you watch the best goaltenders of all time, and they make what could have been hard saves super easy saves because they're there already. They know what you're trying to do, and they're reading the situation, and they're not going to let you screen them, and they're going to move, and they're going to be able to see the puck. Where some guys, if you got lead feet, you're going to be behind a guy, and then you're going to go, oh, he couldn't even see the puck. How could he stop that? I'm like, well, fucking move before then, and get yourself in a position where you can see the puck. So to me, Drew, a lot of goals happen before the shot's ever taken. And that's either the goalie knows what he's doing and he puts himself in position, or he's a half second late and the reaction time isn't what it needs to be. And then the goal is back in the net.
Hate that sound. It's reading.
Well, I like it sometimes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. But it's reading the play. What you said. Yeah. It's reading the play. And the one thing that we have to remember, and Ryan Warsofsky talked about this when the Sharks were in Minnesota, I do believe, that Yaroslav Askarov was 23 years old. This is his first full year starting in the National Hockey League. Before, he'd only played 20 games, I think, till last night was number 21. It is, to me, the hardest position in hockey. And he works at it. He's getting better at it. In the AHL, he was dominant. He was one of the best. He's incredible, as a matter of fact. And now this is the next step. There are going to be some growing pains. And one thing he's going to learn is be able to read through the rush before it even, or read through the attack before it even comes close to him, like you said, before the shot is taken. He is, and I know I said this about Willem Macklin, it's the same thing with Yarrow. Yarrow's out with Tom Spear, terrific goalie coach, and so is Alex Nedeljkovic, working on the things, and they look at video. They do a lot of work off the ice on it. He is going to get better. He is going to be able to adapt to the speed of the game, of the players, of the shots, of the traffic. All of that, he's going to be able to work his way through. And Alex Nedeljkovic has been there. And actually, Alex has played pretty darn well, to tell you the truth, for the Sharks. He's a good veteran guy there to help push, but because he's not just content on being the second guy. He's going to try to push Yarrow as well. Yeah. But Yarrow is the guy that the Sharks are depending on, and will be, I do believe, the guy that we all hope he's going to be, because he's just got so much talent. He's got such great legs. He gets down on the splits. His flexibility is incredible. He needs to work like most European goaltenders. He needs to work on his glove work. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not something that's a natural thing for European goaltenders. I don't know why, but most of them are less than spectacular when it comes to catching the puck or just making sure that nothing beats them up high. The thing with Yarrow is patience. You're just going to have to be patient with him. He played on the road. The two games that he won, or the two games he played against the Devils and Minnesota, he was phenomenal. They don't win the Minnesota game, and Macklin Celebrety's not a hero without that overtime where Yarrow was incredible, making about 3 dynamite saves. So he's got it. He's just going to have to continue to refine it and make himself as close to perfect as possible through nothing but hard work and experience. And experience, unfortunately, sometimes can be really painful.
It's interesting when I watched that the overtime. I'd never seen a team do what Minnesota did, and I started thinking, I wonder if more teams will try that. Just play keep away and try to tire the other team out.
Yeah, they just kept going.
I mean, what did the Sharks have the puck for, like 6 seconds? I mean, they won. They won. But they never had. It was like 4 corners. They just kept cycling back and forth, and then they'd go ahead and take a guy off because he was tired.
Well, they right by the bench because it was a long change. Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
But the first thing on that, and I'm not going to get on my referee rant much. The first thing is on that is Kaprizov and Eklund on the center ice face-off before the overtime starts. Are jockeying for a position. Kaprizov kept creeping in towards the dot, and they're on the wing, and he and Eklund are pushing for position. And then the linesman kicks Alex Wenberg off the center ice dot. What the? Are you kidding me? So Eki takes the draw, loses it, battles for it, loses it.
Yeah.
And then they have the puck down. They have the puck for the rest of the time. Since they've been keeping track of shift length in the National Hockey League by individuals, that was the longest shift in NHL history, apparently. As Alex was on for 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Lil Dragun was on 3 minutes, 47 seconds. And Eklund was on for 3 minutes, 35 seconds. And those 12 seconds difference was him sprinting to the bench.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently, if you guys were yelling for him, including number 71, he comes on and then boom, gets the puck. But not after, it was until after Yarrow had made a great save on Brock Faber. But I've never seen, usually a team will take the puck, regroup it, hold on to it when they don't get the entry they want or they're getting pressured. So they take it back out and then they'll reattack and try to get a shot and try to get a chance. Well, they kept getting chances. They kept getting shots, but the other team, the Sharks, couldn't recover because they'd been out there so long. Their legs are just lead. I know that you've done, wind sprints up and down the basketball court. I worked legs today at the gym. Notice I always still get my gym time in there, and I'll make sure I mention.
You do.
And I still have to keep mentioning it, or else it doesn't count. Like if you don't post it, you didn't do it. So your legs get heavy, and you can't move. But I thought the Sharks did play out smartly, or maybe they couldn't help themselves. They just stayed back. Yeah, you guys go regroup. We'll be here when you get back, right? So when I look at it, I think to myself, well, it wouldn't be the type of strategy I'd employ of choice. But damn, when Macklin got on after asking me to see, it was a hell of a play.
Yeah, well, maybe they lost, so maybe they won't employ it again. We'll see. I just thought of this because we were talking about goaltending. And if you have another goalie you'd like to throw in, feel free. But if you had one goalie that you needed to play a game to save your life, Dominic Hasek, Patrick Waugh, Martin Brodeur. Who are you taking?
Marty Brodeur.
Brodeur?
Yeah, but if Marty was sick or injured that day, Artur Zerbe.
You take Zerbe over Hasek?
1993-94, he was the man. I'd take the 93-94 version of Artur Zerbe.
Oh, you're just moving the goalposts on me then. You're just changing all the parameters. I'm talking career, like what they were for their career, not 1 year.
Yeah, I just need one game out of him, right? You just said one game to save my life.
Yeah, but what if I told you get the game from 96, not 93-94?
Well, then I'd have
I could pick about 10 years and you could take Hasek.
Okay.
And you would be fine. I don't need a goalie. You'd have to pick a specific year that he was good.
Marty,
he was about as big time in big games as it gets.
Marty Brodeur, yeah. He's got the gold medals, the wins, and the championships. That when I look at Marty Brodeur and the way he played, he'd be the guy that I would have the most confidence in. Yeah. So,
somebody put up on the bottom of the screen. They say, "I know Drew's from Canada. I bet he's rooting for the Blue Jays." And I wanted to say, how much you want to bet? I'll bet you right now, because I know Drew is not rooting for the Blue Jays. Drew is like me, that you probably root against the Dodgers except for the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays for you are the Yankees for me. So I was forced to I wouldn't say pull for the Dodgers, but I pulled for them in a way that I was rooting against the Yankees. For me, it's anybody but the Yankees. And I'm pretty sure for you, it's anybody but the Blue Jays.
First of all, my baseball knowledge is so vast.
Yeah.
And I'm a regular watcher of baseball. Now, my lovely wife, Michelle, loves the Blue Jays. Her and her sisters back home, and Andrea and Kim, they gather during the summer on the back deck and they watch the Blue Jays and talk about how terrible their husbands are. Except Michelle, she's got nothing to say but positive things. So I don't watch baseball. Here's the three things I watch. Hockey, NFL, and UFC. Boxing too. Combat sports. But no, I'm not cheering for the Blue Jays because Toronto is
I know you're just anti-Toronto.
It's the center of the universe.
Not as a city, but as a sports city. Like it's Toronto, get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a sports city. There's just as many people who dislike the Toronto Maple Leafs as there are who love the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the one thing that happens in Canada is that when a Canadian team is playing, it's the NHL or the NFL, right? Those are the NBA. The Raptors. When they were going, Tommy.
Yep.
Tommy, when the Raptors were,
I bet you it was nuts.
No, it was crazy. And people were starting to tell, Canada's a basketball nation now. No, we're not. No, stop. Just stop. And now the things that are happening with the Blue Jays. I'm not a guy that, although it was interesting, the 18 innings, which I didn't watch, of course.
Of course you did.
My dad, my father, the late great Bill Remenda, he umpired baseball. Umpired at the World Championships of baseball. He umpired in Commonwealth games. He's in the Saskatchewan and Saskatoon Sports Hall of Fame for umpiring. He was a baseball guy. Loved baseball. Great, really good goalie as well. Played some minor pro as a goalie back in the old Western League, and he loved baseball. A Yankee fan growing up. Okay, I was a Yankee. So when I was growing up, my dad liked the Yankees, and I, of course, was trying to covet favor from my father because I was always trying to work for his approval. And maybe that's a lot of my issues today. Is that I was a Yankees fan. So
wow, I didn't know I was going to be Dr. Melfi out here today. work through those.
Let me lay
I might
back.
have to I might have to charge you. I might have to charge you for this visit.
So,
but okay. So you've heard of this guy named Shohei Ohtani, then?
Yeah, I've heard that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to talk.
That was the funny thing, though. Last year, or 2 years ago, when he was like, "Where's he going to go? Where's he going to go? Where's he going to go?"
I know.
There was the report over the news all over Canada that there was a plane flying from California, Los Angeles, to Toronto. And everybody was, it's Shohei. Shohei's coming to Toronto. It was one of the guys from Shark or Dragon's Den or Shark Bite, whatever it's called, like one of the owners of one of the business guy. They just shot an episode of whatever it's Shark Tank, isn't it called? And then yeah. And he was just flying back home.
Kevin O'Leary?
Kevin O'Leary. Yeah. Everybody's like, oh, it's just another bald guy. What are we going to do?
I started thinking this. I started thinking Shohei puts another 3-4 years together like he has.
Yeah.
He's going to be one of the greatest team sport athletes of all time.
Yeah.
Like one of the top handful. And I started thinking okay, what makes when you're crossing sports, it's hard enough to compare greats in different eras anyway.
Yeah, it's almost impossible.
But I try to do it by era. How much did you separate from your peers while you were playing? Because there's always great players in every era. How much did you separate from all the other great players when you were playing? Ohtani is clearly in a class by himself right now. I mean, Aaron Judge is a great player. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I don't know great, but he's getting there and he's having a great postseason. There's a lot of great players in baseball. Shohei is clearly above all of them because he pitches.
Right.
You know, if Aaron Judge pitched, then you can compare the two, but he doesn't,
Yeah.
so you can't. And I started thinking, okay, who are those other guys? Gretzky was the first one that popped to mind because he was just clearly separated from everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I always tell people, if you want to know how good Gretzky is, just go to his hockey reference page and like look at the numbers, and like they don't even make sense. They literally do not make sense. Like when you like have 4 seasons of 200 points, 200.
Yeah.
Like it's almost 2.5 points a game. It's like, I mean, that's just like one of the dumbest things ever. So he's clearly on there. Then you go to a guy like Jordan, and you're like, okay, well, Jordan clearly separated himself from the pack. And there were some great players. You look at that dream team, you know, Bird and Magic. They were getting a little bit older, but Ewing and Robinson and Karl Malone and Charles Barkley and all those guys. Jordan was clearly the guy. It's a little harder to do in football because all the different positions.
Right.
But it's when you see those type of guys, it's just amazing when you watch them. And the only thing you can compare them to is themselves. Like, you know, you're Wayne Gretzky in your 7th year in hockey. It's like all you can compare Gretzky to is Gretzky before, because there's no one else to compare him to. Like Mario Lemieux, I think, came around in 84, 85, somewhere right in there. And Mario was a Hall of Fame. He's one of the greats.
As far as skill goes, way more skilled than Wayne.
Yeah, one of the greats.
Yeah.
But he wasn't in that class. Nobody was in that class. And there were some great hockey players during that era. But I think Shohei is going to eventually be one of those guys. Like, I think every era has their great players, Drew, but they might not be that much better than the second guy. Like, there could be a second guy there that's pushing them. Gretzky and Shohei were the two that immediately popped to mind. It's like, no brainers. No one would tell you otherwise that though they weren't the best player in the game at that time.
So one of the things that's really bothering me nowadays when we talk about players, especially when it's players at drafts, he's a generational player. He's a generational player. That guy, he's going to be a generational player. No, they're not. They're going to be really good, but there's only few generational players. Ohtani is a generational player. This generation will look back at him and go, best ever, best of all time. My generation looks at Wayne Gretzky, and our generation goes, best ever, no question. There's still people in Canada who think Bobby Orr or Gordie Howe is the best ever. That generation still thinks that they were the best ever. But when you look at Shohei Ohtani, you look at, I agree with you on Michael Jordan. Did you hear what Jordan talked about with load management stuff today?
Not a fan.
Not
a fan. Not a fan.
I love that about him.
I love it too. All us old guys are like, hey, get your ass out there and play.
Exactly,
Get your ass out there and play.
You know, and everybody watched The Last Dance. I mean, he's no Pittman.
Different era.
Yeah,
it's just a different era. It's a different mindset, and
how else can you be great? How else can you be great if you're not that type of person? Have that, you know what, in you. You've got to have that attitude of, I want to be out there. I want to be the one winning the game. And as Shohei is as humble as he is and as quiet as he is, you watched him. He got struck out last night.
Yeah, struck out a couple times last night.
Yeah, and the one where the call was, you know, there was a certain look on his face, and you went, okay, that kind of says it all about the guy.
No, it's absolutely amazing. All right, let me ask you, biggest surprise, and I picked 3 teams. Again, there could be a 4th on the table, but I picked 3 surprise teams, at least to my mind, because I don't know exactly where these teams are ranked. But when I looked at the standings, I was like, 3 surprise teams. Tell me who the biggest is. I didn't expect Pittsburgh to be as good as they are. Sidney Crosby's having an incredible start to his season. I'm like, going, wait. Wasn't this guy like heading like the other way? Like he's on the back 9. It's like he started playing again. He's on 1. I was like, God dang, Sidney's off to a great start. So I'd put them up there as a surprise.
Yeah.
It was good to see Detroit back winning some guys. Like, hey, Detroit's back. You've been gone for a while. It's good to see you guys. Maybe somewhere Henrik Zetterberg's like, hey, we're back. Detroit's back. And then I don't know what the expectations were for the Utah Mammoth. I have no idea what the expectations were. But that's a team that's scoring seemingly 5-6 goals a night. They're winning hockey games. And maybe they were predicted to be good. I'm not sure. But out of those three teams, what's the one that you look at early in the season and go, wow, didn't see that coming? Or if there's another team out there.
Well, the Utah Mammoth, actually, I did see coming because I'm a hockey god, as you know. And
you are. Yes, you are.
Genius. I saw them. You saw them last year, and they're really coached by a really smart young coach in Andre Turney, and it's a team that's really fast. And even when they were in Arizona there last year, you could see some talent developing. But the move to Utah and the owner, Mr. Smith, and his wife, they have done a great job on creating, and that whole organization creating an environment now of we matter. In Arizona, they didn't matter because you got 600 people come to the game, and it was tough for any NHLer. So I thought they were going to be good. I didn't see Pittsburgh being like this. There was talk that Pittsburgh was going to be in the Gavin McKenna, the next great generational talent.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's at Penn State right now, and Penn State's in Pittsburgh, I do believe, and so there's like, oh boy, that could be an automatic, and the NHL. Even though it's a random draw, maybe that envelope's cold, like for the Knicks and Patrick Ewing, and so you thank you very much. I appreciate that reference. So you look at that, and I thought, wow. But Sidney Crosby scored again last night.
Yep.
They lost in a shootout, which was wild because Sidney Crosby wasn't allowed to take the shootout because he got a penalty at the end of the game and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, he scored again last night, and he is driving that team. But that line of – I thought Evgeny Malkin was done. But that line of Malkin, Brazeau, Mantha are dominant. They're huge, and they're playing great, and their goaltender's playing great. So – and they're Dan Muse, who's a first-time NHL coach, has done a really good job with them. Our good friend Todd McClellan was coaching the Detroit Red Wings. Sharks play them on Sunday as we're recording this. This is a team with Steve Yzerman, who is the general manager, is in year 9 of the Yzer plan, and it hasn't gone. It hasn't gone great. I mean,
can't have a 9-year plan. Is that even a thing?
No, you can't. You got to be a little quicker than that. To be fair, Ken Holland, who was the general manager before, left him with nothing but problems. So Steve comes in. They lost their first game, and Todd blasted them after the first game in the press. And everybody was, oh, Todd's already mad. Wow, you shouldn't have done that, Todd. You got to bring these guys along, and got on them. And then they won the next 5 in a row. And Todd was asked about it, and after the 5th win in a row, he said, maybe that game needed to happen to us. Maybe we needed to be slapped in the head with a 2x4. And to wake up and realize that there's a certain way you've got to play in order to be a team that can contend. I'm paraphrasing now, but be a team that's a good team in the NHL. There's a few others. The Montreal Canadiens are in first place and they've been like the Sharks. They've been making improvements, and then last year they had a great job. This is a team that has got so much history. They are the New York Yankees of the National Hockey League. They've got so much history, so many great players, so many championships, but it's been really tough for the Montreal Canadiens in recent years. And they went and they hired a guy who hadn't coached higher than Pee Wee in Marty St. Louis. Now, Marty St. Louis happens to be a Hockey Hall of Famer. He happens to have won Stanley Cups. Dan Boyle, former Sharks great, said he's the smartest player I ever played with. And Marty St. Louis has done a great job there. I am surprised in the negative on the Tampa Bay Lightning. I thought Tampa was going to be good. Right now, they're just above the Boston Bruins in the Eastern Conference. And so I thought they'd be better. But, we all get – Father Time comes for us all. So –
Undefeated.
Then, he's absolutely undefeated. Although except who was it? Ricky Bobby and Talladega Nights, he thinks he can live to, with his means and his advances, he thinks he can live to at least 150, 200 years old. No other question.
Yeah, except when he had that knife.
Exactly. I got 2 knives. You got 2 knives now.
Choking on my own spit.
You know what? Like my son Davis and I have a saying with each other, because we'll quote. Usually, it's Family Guy that we quote to each other on certain situations. And Davis always says the same thing to me. Drew, could have been a doctor. Could have been a doctor. Instead, I know all this stuff.
All right, food question for you.
Yeah,
we did. This is kind of like I gotta bring this up. I gotta start bringing this up with everybody so we can get a consensus. We're trending toward a consensus. But do you like chili?
No.
I guess we're not going to ask that question then. No. Wait, what do you mean you don't like? Who doesn't like chili? You're the first guy ever that what? Hey, how do you not like meat and tomatoes and spices?
As soon as you say tomatoes, I have the most bland. Yeah, I have the most bland, boring.
What, like a 6-year-old? Like, just give me a cheeseburger. Don't put anything. Plain cheeseburger.
No cheese. Hamburger, only mustard. That's it.
Is it gonna rain? I don't see any clouds. But
hamburger, like
hamburger. Who eats hamburgers? It's cheese. Hamburger.
No cheese. I don't like cheese. I hate cheese.
You hate cheese? What?
Except on a pizza. Except on a pizza, I'll eat a slice of pizza. Don't ask me. It's just the way I am.
Well, of course, except on. How do you eat pizza without cheese? I guess there is no cheese pizza, but I mean, what is that? That's crust.
It's a
yeah, but wait, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Let me circle back here for a second. Because you don't like cheese, but you'll have it on pizza.
Yeah, easy cheese.
I asked you about chili.
Yeah.
You said no tomatoes. I'm out. What kind of sauce do you think they put on pizza?
I don't know.
What is going on? Like, if you were a witness right now, I would we're fucked. We're losing the case. We have no chance to win this. If they put this guy in the stand and cross-examine this guy, it is over. It's absolutely over.
It's not. It's yes, it's contradictory, but it's honest. So
yes, it's absolutely contradictory. There's no way you can say I'm tomatoes, I'm out.
I don't eat vegetables. I don't eat vegetables.
Who are you, Al Michaels?
No, because I can't. I have an allergic reaction to vegetables. It's called oral allergy syndrome.
Play like a champion.
Peanuts. No, I eat. Here's my main.
What do you eat? Good Lord.
Chicken.
Okay.
Rice, white rice. Sometimes brown, sometimes fried.
Well, you got to stay woke, so you got to have brown rice occasionally. You can't just go white.
It's true.
So chicken, is it like do you boil your chicken and you put any seasoning on it?
No, Michelle does a great job on cooking like I'm cooking. Look at me.
So it's just you want things as bland as possible.
Yeah. But
okay, so chicken, rice, what else do we have?
Steak.
Okay, I'm down. I'm totally down with steak.
French fries.
Okay.
Don't say it's a vegetable. I know it's a vegetable, but it's different. It's made different. So
yeah, I don't consider French fries a vegetable.
Chocolate chip cookies.
Is that part of your pyramid of success? Your food group?
I am 63 years old. Look at this temple.
No, I mean, look, I don't know how. I never used to wonder how you got in shape because I know you work your ass off, and now I'm starting to question what the hell's going on here. And so literally that is like those 6 things.
It's basically it. Yeah. Like,
so hamburger, chicken, rice, French fries, chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah. And chocolate milk. And Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you go pre-made chocolate milk or do you go quick?
No, pre-made chocolate milk. No.
Nah. Although, do you drink the I think it's called Fairlife?
That's
Fairlife chocolate. Yeah, the Fairlife chocolate milk's pretty good. But the best chocolate milk's just regular milk and then dump the quick in the bunny, stir it up. That's the best chocolate milk. That's the best. Or you can get Bosco. You know what Bosco is?
No.
Bosco. It's like a chocolate syrup or whatever. I haven't had Bosco. I'm not even sure if Bosco is still around, but either that or the Hershey syrup. Pour the syrup in there, and then
it's like, why when I can just open a Fairlife bottle and just.
Well, it's a difference between this. It's a difference between chocolate ice cream, or vanilla ice cream with chocolate sauce. Like if I get a chocolate shake, I don't want to making it with chocolate ice cream. I want to making it with vanilla ice cream and chocolate syrup.
Yeah, 100%.
Same thing with the milk. Like if I'm having chocolate milk, I would rather do the bunny or the Hershey syrup rather than but the Fairlife is good. I do like the Fairlife. Although with chocolate milk, usually I got to cut it with there's the Bosco. Bosco.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's a chocolate syrup. Laverne and Shirley, Lenny and Squiggy, Bosco. I still remember that episode, like 40 years later. But if I drink the Fairlife, I gotta cut it. I gotta go half Fairlife and then I go half milk because it's too thick. The viscosity is too much for me. It's just like
viscosity. Good word. Yeah. Is that your word of the day today?
It is. It's a good one. I like using it occasionally when it fits, of course.
I use it for acid reflux. I get bad acid reflux. I've had it my whole life.
Really?
Drink chocolate milk and you're set.
Wow.
Yeah. Everything I do is medicinal, Tom. Everything I do is medicinal for the body.
You don't even get any pleasure out of eating.
No, actually, I feel worse after eating. But they say caloric deficit as you get older prolongs your life. Why I want to prolong my life, I don't know. But yeah.
Well, I look. I think all that is horse shit anyway. I think they just make shit up. Well, then they change it 6 months later.
No, I don't.
Like, beer is good for you. Beer is not good for you. Too bad. That's fine. Red meat's good. Red meat's not good. Like,
I don't drink. I've never drank in my life.
Yeah, I knew that.
Never drank alcohol.
That's good for you.
Don't smoke. Never took drugs. Never did anything like that.
Yeah.
I was I like to say proper. And most people that know me growing up, boring. Whatever you want to. It's your call on what you want to call me. But I don't do any of that, but I don't like eating. Honestly, that's the honest to goodness truth. I do not like eating.
Do you have to remind yourself to eat? Like, oh shit, it's time to have some lunch or something.
That's why I have a wife, but that many reasons, but she reminds me to, like when I'm on the road, Michelle, one of the first things Michelle will ask me is, did you eat today? And I'll say something like, I had a muffin this morning.
A muffin. Blueberry?
Yeah, of course. Because you think it's healthy.
I mean, there's only one muffin.
Exactly.
There's only one muffin. Although I do enjoy. Have you ever had the Costco muffins?
No.
They come in like a pack of 12. These they're monster muffins. It's like you get 3, or you get like 4 blueberry, 4 chocolate, and then 4 poppy seed. And they're all pretty spectacular.
I had a half and half muffin in New York at the deli that we stayed near, which was pretty damn good.
Half and half? What is that?
Chocolate vanilla type muffin. Chocolate plain.
Oh, okay.
It was good. It was good. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those are the Costco muffins.
Wow, look at those.
Now, those things, I get mad. Not really mad. But when somebody brings those home, I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to do? You bring those in the house.
Yeah.
I try my hardest to like stay away from them. But the allure is just too strong. It really pulls me. Now, I will say this, and this is one of my peculiarities. I will not eat a muffin unless I have milk. I gotta have milk to go with the muffin. I can't just eat the muffin. I put I don't know. Put the muffin in the mouth, put a little milk on it, chew it up, and then I'm done.
Michelle's over
here.
Put
the lotion in the basket.
No, she's giving
Michelle knows. She knows. Now there's certain things I will not eat without milk. Anything peanut butter related, gotta have milk. You're not a peanut butter guy. No, you're not anything.
I peanut butter and jam sandwiches on white bread. I'm there.
There you go. Mixing the brown bread occasionally, just in case, just to be safe. Are you like a Wonder Bread, like this old school Wonder Bread guy?
Back home,
Weber's.
Safeways. They've got the Safeway and Sobeys. They've got this the grocery stores. They make the bread there, sliced. And if you come into a grocery store in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and you see a bald guy feeling up the bread, it's not weird. He's just trying to get the softest one. Okay, that's all it is. It's not a weird thing.
It's like produce. You're like molesting the bread. Hey, what do you? Oh, I didn't need that. That was bordering on obscene, Drew. Bordering on obscene.
You're just touching the top just to make sure it's the freshest.
Now, you don't do this though, do you? When you're filling the bread, you don't go, oh. You don't go that far, do you?
Not consciously.
Oh God, please don't answer that. feeling the bread. Very good.
not consciously.
Oh, that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. I could put what you eat on a Post-it.
Yeah, without a doubt. No problem.
I mean,
none whatsoever.
That's amazing. And then look all the good food you could be getting when you travel. I know how teams eat nowadays. I'm with the Warriors occasionally. It's a joke.
Don't they eat on that airplane like they're going to the chair tomorrow?
It's unreal.
Amazing. Yeah. And how much I can't eat after, honestly, I'm so at my age now, like 4:30 is dinner, right? And then nothing after that, right? Like it's 11 o'clock at night wherever you're on the plane and everybody's eating like players. Yeah. Okay. Because you have to get that nourishment. You have to make sure you feed the body and all that. And they eat really healthy, but the rest of the floaters, stop eating so much. Randy always makes me, so when we get on the plane, they've got like a little menu out, and Randy always makes me hold it up and he takes pictures of it. And a friend of mine who follows Randy always texts, "Is Drew eating anything?" And Randy just no. Never eat on the plane. Never eat on the plane.
Oh, I don't eat on the plane much either. I don't. I'll give you a real funny story. We were when I was playing for Orlando, we'd always get on the plane first city, heading to the first city on the trip. And the guy, I think it was our trainer at the time, which is crazy to think, is now these teams have so many people on staff. The planes, like every seat's full. Like they have everybody taking care of everything. Back when I played, our trainer was our travel agent too. Like Tom Abdenauer did everything. So in this instance, it was our athletic guy that took the orders for the road trip, like what everybody wanted to eat. So he's like, "Do you guys want steak? Do you want shrimp? We got chicken. We got this. We got that." You know, and I remember the meals were okay. They weren't great, but they're good. I mean, they were fine. They're not what they are now. So, you know, we had steak, and then we had chicken, and then I think we had another nice meal. Like on the fourth leg of the trip, he's like, "What do you guys want? We got some more steak if you want that. We got pork." And one of the players from the front, and I'll never forget this, he goes, "Can we just get some cheese and crackers up in this bitch?" Fuck. What are you talking about? Cheese and crackers? Like, spend 50 cents. Go get your own cheese and crackers. Like, if I have a chance to get steak, I'll get steak. Like, yeah, here's your dinner, cheese and crackers. I'm like, get out of here. Exactly. What is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong with people? Cheese and crackers. Like, go buy your own damn cheese and crackers.
We're a weird species, man. We're a weird species.
Although it does make, I've said this before, it makes sense. With how much money the owners are paying the players now, why wouldn't you want to take care of your assets to the best of your ability? Give them every chance to succeed. Travel, whether that be trainers, diet, lodging, whatever it is. Don't skimp on your assets. They're your most important assets. You got to take care of them. And look, if you don't win, you don't win. Maybe you're not talented enough or whatever, but never skimp on the players. Never do that.
that's the great thing about, like, to bring it back to the Sharks and Mr. Plattner. They are doing a fantastic job. They don't spare any expenses of where the guys stay. And now they hired Mike Potenza he was with us, and then he went to the Warriors with Rick. They hired him back as the director of high performance. They got 3 or 4 guys who work just on the performance level of the athletes. We've got an analytical staff. You've got trainers and equipment guys everywhere. These guys want for nothing. They're taken care of very well. Meals are great. Plane's nice. Everything the guys do and where we stay is, if I was walking into this place just without the team, they would immediately look at me and go, "No, you got to go. You can't afford to be here. You go. There's a Motel 6. There's a Motel 6 down there.
Econo Lodge.
Econo Lodge. Oh, I stayed at a couple of Econo Lodges, by the way.
I bet you have.
The way you said that, you talk about me squeezing the bread's bad. The way you said that was borderline gross.
Yeah, you could definitely get a straight hamburger at Econo Lodge. Sorry, we don't have cheese. We can't afford it here. Perfect. I'll take 2 of them.
Well, yeah, they take care of the guys. And also, you know what? It takes then the guys don't have anything to complain about.
Yeah.
Athletes, you're one of them. You guys complain about, if you were standing in a bread line, you'd complain there was no toast. So you are one of those guys. So you don't have those guys.
No, if I was standing in the bread line, I'd be like, why is that dude molesting the white bread over there? Get him off the bread. Get him off the bread. Get him off the bread.
Just pat it a little bit to make sure it's good.
Now, okay, last thing before I let you go. Have you ever made the triple decker peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Of course.
Love 100%. It. Now, do you go, now I'm pretty particular on this, and it really doesn't make one damn bit of difference, but I always go peanut butter on the bottom, jelly on the top, put it down, peanut butter on the top, and then jelly again, and put it down. Now, again, as my dad used to say, I always used to say, but Dad, I don't want to get like you're messing around. My potatoes now are in the steak and the veg. He goes, it all looks like shit coming out. I was like, well, thanks, Dad. It's like it's super appetizing now. That's yeah, I know, Dad. I know that's what it looks like coming out, but I'd like to keep it separate while it's topside. Okay? While it's topside, I'd like to keep my food separated. Now I'm an adult, I really don't care anymore. But back when I was a kid, you start mixing foods a little bit. I was not down with that. Down with that.
My thing is, well, we call it jam. Peanut butter and jelly. You guys call it peanut butter and jam.
Yep.
But my thing is exactly that. The same way you do it. Peanut butter, jam, peanut butter, jam. And then
Yep. It's funny because they my grandmother used to make jam back in Alabama. Made what was it, like peach jam, pear jam, one of the two. And it was funny because they would get upset when you took the jam out of the jar, these little mason jars they put the jam in, or preserves. You can call them preserves if you want to. And people are like, well, how do you get the jam out or jelly out? Like with a knife. Just take a knife in there and you scoop it out and put it on and you're good to go. Now you get the squirt bottles and everything. But my grandmother, I don't want to say would lose it because that just wasn't her nature. But she's like, Tommy, how many times have I told you you don't get it out with a knife, you get it out with a spoon?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, why do you get it out with a spoon? She goes, well, if you stick the knife in, it liquefies it. If you go too deep, it'll start liquefying the jam. And then, because I'm that kid, I'm like, well, what about if I just skim the top with the knife? And she looked at me and go, well, why can't you just use a
spoon like I just told you?
Like I just told you. Why are we having this conversation? I go, well, because they're made out of the same material. I'm just wondering why I can't use. And then she just like, I think that was such an asshole. It's like, why? I mean, it's like I'm trying to prove a point that doesn't need to be proved. There's nobody out there waiting for this point to be proved. We all know they're made out of the same material. And yes, jackass, you could do it with a knife if you wanted to. Why not just do it with a spoon like Grandma asked you to do?
Why not? Once in your life, make your grandmother happy. That's all. That's all she wanted. You know,
That's it. And it would have been so easy to do. Like, yeah, okay, I'll go with the spoon. That's no sweat. Now I had to but what if, you know what, Drew? Something I found out over my 60 years on Earth. It doesn't, even though technically you may be right, sometimes it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Oh yeah.
You just move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Just move on.
As I think I told you this. That when I was broadcasting for the Sharks in I think it was my third go around broadcasting for the Sharks, maybe my second, and something was happening on the ice. I said what was going to happen because of a certain face-off alignment, and I didn't like what the coach was doing on this face-off alignment, and this was what was going to happen, and it happened like I said it was going to happen. The next day I got called into the president's office and said, hey, heard your commentary as the game went on, and you talked, and you were rather critical of the coach in that regard. We kind of like you to avoid that type of harsh criticism because I was not kind.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, but I was right. And he said, just because you're right doesn't make you bulletproof. And it took me a while to learn that lesson. Yeah. As you know, it took me a couple of forays to learn that lesson. But just because you're right doesn't make you bulletproof.
Doesn't make you bulletproof. Not at all. Drew, as always, it's great catching up with you. It's going to be fun to do this every couple of weeks throughout the course of the season. We'll catch up, see what's going on with the Sharks, see what's going on in the NHL. And then, of course, our regular tomfoolery. Like today, we found out Drew likes hamburgers. I'm very disappointed.
Hey, next time I'm going grocery shopping, I'll send you a video from Canada.
Oh, send me a video. I would love to see it. I'll put it on the show. Thanks, Drew.
Okay, my friend. Great seeing you again.
Take it easy, pal. Love you.
Love you too, pal.
All right, man. Drew Remenda. I hope he enjoyed talking to Lou. What are you doing? Like, I'm supposed to be like doing this show, and people are talking, but they're talking to you. They're just talking to you. It's ridiculous. Okay, a couple things I wanted to get to. Can I get to these things? I know. I'm fully aware what time it is. Let me check. Yep, it's that time. Hey, you got to give me a minute, though, because I do want to get to this. A couple quick things. Get to the Warriors real quick. I mean, obviously, a great start to the season. I always tell people, give me 20 games, and then, kind of figure out what the personality is, where they're at. But the things I like so far, Kuminga's been fantastic. He's rebounding. He seems a half step quicker to things now, to process things. The playmaking's been good from him. The rebounding has really been good from him. These are things we didn't see. We didn't see this last year. We haven't seen this in any previous iteration of Jonathan Kuminga. So he's been really good for him. I can't wait to see what they look like when Seth and Anthony Melton get going. But Quentin Post was fantastic last night. Fantastic. Not only hitting the threes, but just being physical on defense, bodying up Zubats, challenging guys at the rim. Like, if he can play defense that way, then man, because he can stretch the court. And then I think he had 8 rebounds too. So I thought he played really, really well last night. And that gives you a little more depth at the center position. So that was good to see. But yeah, everything, they're off to a really good start. I don't know, Erwin, if Butler's tutoring's paying off, maybe. Very, very well could be. But he seems to have bought into what they need him to do. And this is all I've been saying over the last couple of years. Like, this is what he should do. Run the court, rebound, get after him defensively. He's not forcing it. You haven't seen the ISO head down, trying to get to the tornado move, kind of out of control moves. He'll have a couple of those where maybe, he still has that in him, but it's under control. If I don't have anything within the first second or two, move the ball, try to get Steph the ball, space the court, and attack when it's available. So, no, I think he's been really, really good. And I love what I'm seeing from the depth. Moody, the role I think is defined, right? He's a 3-and-D guy. He's always ready to play. I said, if Kevon Looney left, he left his demeanor in the Bay, and Moody picked it up. Moody said, I'll take that. I'm just always going to be ready. I appreciate that about Moody. I appreciate that he's ready. He's ready to play. He's ready to go. So now, you got some different looks you can go with. You can go with a bigger lineup if you want to, with Post and Kuminga and Draymond out there. So, no, again, it's super, super, super early, but you got to like what you've seen so far. You absolutely have to like what you've seen from the Warriors so far. I did want to get to the real quick after having time to think about, Rozier and Billups and the gambling problems the NBA is having right now. I don't think Billups really affects it that much. I mean, that's not integrity of the game stuff. It's super seedy, super sketchy, and just like just cheating people out of money using X-ray glasses, X-ray contacts, X-ray tables, cameras in the card shuffler. It's just, but it doesn't have to do with the integrity of the game. So I don't know what's going to happen to Chauncey Billups, but it's a much different case than Terry Rozier. Here's what Adam Silver has to do. Terry Rozier should be banned for life if he's found guilty. If he's found guilty of doing this, banned for life, you're done. See ya. Like, you can't put up with this. This can't be something you come down with a 20-game, 40-game fine, or 40-game suspension, a year-long suspension. You can come back, reapply for inclusion of the NBA. So, yeah, exactly. Hit the like button just for the We Are Devo shirt, who I saw last week. Thank you, Spins. Spins Vinyl. But this has got to be like, I know Adam Silver wants to be everybody's buddy, and Adam Silver is a much different commissioner than David Stern. David Stern ruled with an iron fist. He was not everybody's buddy. Trust me. Everybody knows that. I know that. I saw it firsthand. He was a commissioner of the league. He wasn't your buddy. He wasn't your friend. He's not the dad that you're going to the bar with. He's not the dad that's going to hang out. He's not the dad that's going to buy you beer unless you're 21. But Dad, I'm 20 years. I don't give a shit. 20 years. What does the rule say? 21. That's a law. 21, you can have beer. I'm not getting it for you. Adam Silver is the guy that when you're 19, go buy beer and have your friends over and you can hang out. And, yeah, it's okay. Just as long as you stay here. Hey, I'm the cool dad. This is not cool dad time. This is time to drop the hammer and time to say, look, this can't happen. This won't happen. And if you're found guilty of doing these things, you're out, period, for life. You're not coming back. Worst thing for a league is for people to not be able to trust their eyes. If you think what you're watching is WWE, your league's done. Because they're not WWE. WWE knows who they are. They're sports entertainment. Sports entertainment. Okay? They know who's winning. The matches are fixed. They know who's winning. It's predetermined. You can't have that in sports. That's the beautiful thing about sports, is it's the best reality television going. But if you turn it into reality TV, because reality TV may be reality, but they edit it. Let's use this. Let's not use that. You could twist things a little bit. That's not what sports is supposed to be. Sports is supposed to be, boom, the game starts, the puck drops, toss the ball, and anybody could win. Anybody could win. On the right night, anybody could win. That is the lifeblood of sports. And if there are people, enough people, that think that's not the case anymore, then you're in deep, 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 deep trouble. So if you're Adam Silver and Terry Rozier is found guilty, that's it. You're done. You're out of the league. And anybody that comes after him, out of the league. So these players know what they're dealing with. If they decide they want to get involved in the prop market, they want to give out information, they want to make money on the side, and you get caught, that's it. Your career is Over. Done with. See ya. Thanks for coming. So that's my feelings on that. And the World Series, did anybody give the Blue Jays a chance last night? Oh, what a gut punch. Oh, 18 innings. It's over. They're going to come back. Well, the Dodgers played 18 innings too. And the guy that pitched played 18 innings. So, and now Ohtani pitched pretty well for having played 18 innings the night before. But the Blue Jays do what the Blue Jays do. The Blue Jays hit the ball. They put the bat on the ball. They force you to make plays. Vlad Guerrero Jr. came up with a big home run. Bo Bichette, it's the first series he's played. It's been a month and a half since he's played. No ill effects. Like he's hitting really well, and they need him too, especially without Springer. I'm sure without Springer last night, people thought, I thought it's going to be tough. One of your best hitters in the postseason, George Springer's out, but they managed to get it done. You got to love it too. Obviously, everybody up here loves it because, the Dodgers lost. I just love it because, the Dodgers lost. And I'd love to see it go 7. I mean, they will be rocking up there. They're going to be rocking up there regardless of what happens in Game 5 for Game 6. But can you imagine if they happen to win Game 5 and they have a chance to close it out in Game 6? That would be something. And as good as Blake Snell has been pitching, they got to him a little bit in Game 1. And then they got to the bullpen after him. So I don't know who's going for the Jays tonight. I would almost want to save Gosman for Game 6 back at home, but Savage is going tonight. So there you go. Savage versus Snell. So yeah, this is all you can ask for. A fun series. A series that's going to go 5, that's tied 2-2. And everybody thought, they're just going to walk Ohtani the rest of the series. No. I mean, look, thing about Ohtani is that was historic. 9 times you reach base, 2 homers, 2 doubles. It's like you're playing little leaguers against blind kids, just throwing the ball and these guys are just smacking it all over the place. It's good Lord. It seemed ridiculous. It's like he was playing with one of those Fred Flintstone bats. The ones with the giant barrel. And you're just pop, 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 pop. But he was in a 1 for 25 stretch at one point during the post. He couldn't hit anything. He could not hit anything. You can pitch to him. It's possible to pitch to him. If you make a mistake, it's going to get hit and hit really hard, especially when he's in this type of groove. But if you're going to pitch to him, you got to get it in. You got to get it into him. And you can get it up, but you better not miss at the top of this. You better go above the top of the strike zone. I've seen him take balls that are at the top of the strike zone 450. I mean, he just doesn't have a lot of weaknesses in the swing, which is amazing because when he first came up with the Angels, people were wondering if he could hit it all. They thought he might just have to be a pitcher because he had the big hitch in his swing. It's oh, man. Oh, I don't know if this guy. Well, wait a minute. Whoa, damn. Oh, this guy's the best guy of all time. It's amazing what he's been able to do. It really is. It's stunning, really, how good this guy is. But you can't pitch to him. And at some point, you have to think Mookie Betts is going to do something. Mookie's too good a player. You almost wonder if Mookie's dealing with some sort of injury. Mookie's too good a player to be struggling the way he's struggling, although he's struggled most of the season. So I don't know if it's something that's going to get taken care of during the offseason or it's just an offseason. I don't know. But you can't pitch to him. You just got to pitch carefully. But I don't think you can afford just to put a guy on in front of Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Teoscar Hernandez, and not eventually pay the price. So we'll see the way Savage goes at him tonight to start the game. So, all right, we're going to get on out of here. If you've got any comments, got any Warriors? Oh, and Keon White comes over from the Patriots to the Niners. They bolster their defensive line. Needed to do it. I don't know much about him. I know he's a second-round pick. I think the Belichick regime took him, wasn't playing much for Vrabel. So they shipped him out here. I think it was White and a 7th for a 6th. That goes back to the Patriots. But from what I read, guy that looked promising early in his career, first year, getting to the quarterback, win rate was pretty good up front, and then it just kind of petered out, and he's just kind of been a guy. So maybe they can get back. Maybe Salah Kasarik can get back to what he was doing early on, kind of bring that out of him. You know what? They're trying. They're trying. I don't think they want to give up a lot of draft capital, but they're trying to get some of these guys, and yeah, we'll see. They just need dudes. As far as I can tell, this was a, you know what? We're not giving up a ton. Let's take a swing here. 1, we need dudes, and 2, maybe we polish it off a little bit and it becomes kind of a diamond, zirconium, whatever. That you're saying, okay, this guy's a but they need useful players. They need useful players. The more useful players on the defensive line, the better for this team, because they just don't have enough of them. Do not have enough of them. All right, Friday is going to be, the handicapping day. I'm not sure if we're going to have anything else on Friday. We'll have a game to talk about, though. The Bucks and the Warriors on Thursday night. That's tomorrow night, as they're traveling to Milwaukee today. Weird schedule. Let's go back to Milwaukee and Indy for 2 games, and then come back home, and then go back out on the road again. Players wanted this. Players wanted the more spaced out schedule, less travel, less back-to-backs. So what you end up getting is home back-to-backs and these goofy games where they don't make a whole lot of sense. Damn right. I was going to say I'm about to go whip it good. That did not sound right, because I'm not going to do that at all. I don't even know what that means, especially on the heels of the bread, the bread fondling, spooky stuff. Really, really scary. I know it's October, but some things just are scarier than others. And I've never heard of anybody feeling the bread to see if it's. I just kind of assume my bread. Like, I don't buy a lot of bread. I don't eat a lot of bread. I don't do a lot of carbs, but that's like fruit. The one thing I do have to squeeze or test. I'll say test. Squeeze just sounds a little obscene too. Avocados. Like avocado, I can't just. Sometimes you can tell by the color a little bit, but it's hard to tell, like, if it's, because you want it a dark shade of green to be right, but if it's too dark, like if you squeeze and it just goes womp, you don't want that thing unless you're using it like within 20 minutes, and then maybe not. But the light green ones, you just sit in the basket, let them ripen up a little bit. But that's one that I definitely feel like I mean I can't. I'm not just going to buy an avocado and guess, because if I'm buying for something for that night, tacos, hamburgers, something like that, and I want to get some avocados or just avocado salad, I want a ripe avocado, because you can't. Avocados suck if they're not ripe. They're just like they're hard. They don't taste. They got that funky taste in it. So a ripe avocado is about as good as it gets. It's a superfood. I love avocado. Who doesn't? A lot of people, apparently. And there are some people out there that don't like cheese on their hamburgers. What the hell, Drew? Like, I haven't ordered a hamburger since I didn't order hamburgers. My mom probably ordered it for me. Like, it's cheeseburger. Cheeseburger. I don't think I remember the last time someone actually ordered a hamburger in front of me. A hamburger. Huh. Interesting. All right. If you got any comments real quick before we get on out of here, appreciate everybody joining us. And once again, today's show is brought to you by Fieldwork, the official non-alcoholic beer of your San Jose Sharks. If Tyler Toffoli tallies a point, whether it be an assist or a goal, head on into Fieldwork the next day and get 50% off your first draft beverage, or you can get some non-alcoholic beer, non-alcoholic beverage, but you get 50% off. And so that's a Tyler Toffoli tallies a point. You're good. If he's on the sheet, you are good. I still think a fight works too, but apparently I wasn't part of those high-level discussions. And so it's a point or an assist. Head on in to Fieldwork. All right, we are out of here. Thanks, Max. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate it. Pumpkins looking good. I'm still enjoying the pumpkins. And Devo, of course. Well, we are Devo. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you on Friday. Until then, see ya.